Hi, welcome to the channel. Yeah, so we're just trying little red knobby Norbit NX500 on the motorway, just on the end of a day's ride. See how she goes. So we got the standard screen on. I've got my visor 95% shut because it doesn't shut fully because of my action camera gizmo. But she's pretty well shut. I'm in a fully upright position, so I'll get up to motorway speed limit, which is 110. So we're in 5th gear there. We're in 6th gear now. Now you duck your head. I'm 5'7", 7.5 as reference. I've got 28-inch legs. Now if I duck my head down, I'm in a semi-crouched position. That's the good thing about this bike, eh? You can put on the balls your feet on the pegs quite comfortably. It's not a racing position as such, but it feels a bit like that. You can duck right down, and like I'm overweight. I have a backpack on. It's not heavy, but it's full of clothes and stuff. And I have a seat bag, so so even with a seat bag on, pushed all the way back, the seat bag, with a backpack on, I can crouch down to here, and that reduces the noise. We're doing 110. It's a bit of a windy day. You can see the trees blowing there. Yeah, the only problem when you have a pin lock on you to stop the misting up on your helmet, you can see a big, like a join is the best way to describe it, where the visor is on, and the visor has a gap, and that's a bit off-putting, eh? It just takes away the vision, like your scenic, your panoramic view through your visor. So you come back up to the upright, so that's down. You hear the noise there, that's up in a nice comfortable upright position. So it is a bit louder, but hey, I don't think it's too bad, eh? And as I said, I'm a shorter person. If I was taller maybe, but I don't get any boom boom knocking around my head like you do on some bikes. You get that droning boom thrumming noise. I haven't experienced that with these Dunlop mixed tours or the air flow, so that's a big bonus, because this 650 was a great bike. On the back roads you didn't have it, but on the motorways, not that I did too much motorways, but you would get that thrumming noise, The Transup was pretty good. Transup, I'd say, for me at my height, was maybe 20% better road noise than this for my height. Now if you're taller, the Transup might have been a lot better. The thing I would say is wind noise depends on a lot on which direction the wind's coming from. Now you can see with my hand there, this wind's coming this way, it's pushing my hand back. So there's a side wind and it's blowing here. Now if it was a wind coming, prevailing wind, so you have your friction resistance wind coming at you because you're pushing through, then when you have a side wind from a prevailing wind, then that can create a lot of noise, and you might think you just need a taller screen. if you don't take into account, well, it might be the winds when you're using your bike where you live. It might be a side wind coming from here straight at you, or here. And other times, God, it's not as bad as I thought. So unless you have a giant screen that comes all the way, wraps around like a motor, like them old motorcycle windscreens, it's very hard to cover all bases. And I figure if you put a really big screen on this, you might find you get a lot more issues from the side wind, like a wind sail. It may. So I think Honda, we've got to give a little bit of credit to the people that engineer these things. They put them through wind tunnels